So just surrender to these talks in this moment. Not to me, but to these talks. So you've got this person inside of you that's got its ideas, its resistance, where it wants to go, where it doesn't want to go. But just sink into the sounds. Sink into my eyes. To what's actually happening. It might sound that I'm giving prescription, but I cannot give prescription because there is no two people here. It can only ever be description of something that can happen. So you've got the bum on the seat, you've got the breeze on the skin, you've got my eyes, my voice, my big amounts of flesh showing. Just sink into it. It might feel like at moments that it's that you love me, but it's not me you love. I'm reminding you of your love. That's my job. That's my role. Just allow that to come up. You're allowed to feel that love. There's nothing to be afraid of. Most people are constantly trying to keep it out. I must protect myself from that love. It disappoints me. Bad love. It's not bad. You are that love you seek. It's not a thing though, and it's not a feeling. It's this sense of existence and this empty looking. This looking that belongs to no one, in which the person's appearing and disappearing in. And that person that's appearing and disappearing in the empty looking and the sense of existence keeps coming in and saying it's in a thing, it's in this thing, in a thing, in a thing, in a thing. And it's not in a thing. It's not in any story. It's not in buying a huge house on the prairie, or looking a certain way, or behaving a certain way, or not being afraid, or being really brave. But the person keeps insisting it's in doing this or doing that. It has all these beliefs of where love is found, and it gets confused because it thinks love is in pleasure, but pleasure is the way this body directs itself. Pleasure is like the compass. And as a society, we're shamed of our pleasures. We're told we're not allowed to experience pleasures, that pleasures are selfish, that we have to struggle and strive and work hard for these pleasures. You can't just do what you want. You can't just do what you want. That will lead to disaster. You'll die if you do what you want. We keep being indoctrinated into this idea that following pleasure is wrong. We begin to listen to non-duality, and again we think, following pleasure is wrong. And no matter how much the teacher redefines that meaning, the person keeps with that habit, pleasure is wrong. I'm not saying pleasure is wrong. I'm saying you won't find completion in pleasure. That sense of rest doesn't come from a pleasure, but pleasure is the way the body orientates itself, and it's the flow. You're never going to get 100% pleasure. Pleasure and pain are best friends. But the way this body is designed is to follow pleasure. That's the way mammals are set up.